I don't know about you, but I've always thought that watching someone rough out a piece of wood like this has got to be one of the most boring things to watch. However, from my point of view, it's probably the funnest part of the wood turning because I get to make wood fly and try not to get hurt sometimes while doing it. But I thought in the meantime I'd just give you a little bit of history or thoughts on avocado wood. It is the same wood that produces the avocado fruit. It is an evergreen, at least as far as I know, because it never loses its leaves. And when they do lose their leaves, they're a dead tree. This one was green when I cut it. And what I like about avocado, it's very soft. It's really easy to turn. It just cuts off the block of wood like it's butter. Just a really enjoyable thing to do. So during this boring part of the wood roughing, I thought I'd give you a little history. I hope you enjoyed it. 2 points of interest I want to point out right here is one, I'm turning the block of wood a little slow and it was giving me a lot of trouble. I wasn't getting really good cuts. I had just sharpened my tool, so it should have been pretty sharp, and the wood is on the soft side and easy to turn. The other is there's a little chunk of wood that was giving me a lot of problems right when I got to the end of that cut, and here it is right here. That's the part that's giving me trouble right now. Yeah, that little piece kept hitting my tool and bouncing it off the rest and was making it very difficult to turn. So just a couple of things I wanted to point out right there. As I mentioned, this was that piece of wood that kept hitting my tool, and I finally got aggressive enough to just take it off. I made a few more cuts, and then I finally realized, I should probably turn the speed up a little bit, and it might be a little easier. As you'll notice, the numbers go from the 400s to the 700 mark, and definitely things get easier to cut after that. If you've noticed, the back end of this has already been cleaned off. It was just prior to this that I looked up and realized my camera was not recording and the whole end removal of wood was not recorded. So I had to start right here and just give you a little bit of the back end cleanup as well as placing the tenon on there. It was this cut right here that brought the inspiration on for the name of this bowl. And I had no intentions of doing this until I was cutting and realized, hey, I might be able to make something cool. I should stop right here. So this was my first attempt at truly narrating a video, giving a little insights on what I do and why I do it, and a little bit about the wood itself, as I realize a lot of people around the world do not know what other types of wood are like to turn, as well as I don't know about so many other varieties of wood that I'd love to get my hands on as well. I consider myself fortunate as I do get a lot of wood. I don't know if I've mentioned, but I am a wood cutter. I cut trees for a living, and I get access to a lot of different types of wood. So that gives me a leg up and an opportunity to do what I do. That's one reason I do so many green turned bowls out of different varieties of wood, because I do have the opportunity to find these types of wood. I have my special pieces I look for, like burls and crotches that are interesting in grains, and I like to share those. So please give me some feedback on what you think about me doing narration. If you hate it, can't stand the sound of my voice, I completely understand. Also, you may have noticed that very little of this video was sped up. If I had sped the video up, except for the very beginning, it would only be 2 minutes long. So this is an actual turning speed of what when I turn the video. Thanks for watching, and please let me know what you think.